Hey everyone. It is, I want to say August 16th or 17th, something around there. I haven't made a video all summer. The reason I haven't been making any videos is because I kind of just lost track. Wasn't really thinking about it a whole lot, and my phone was always full of storage, so I just deleted a bunch of pictures, and hopefully I can make a quick little video and show everything. So first comes first, I got a manure pile right here that I started. The chickens are going nuts. Anyway, but I got a tie rod end issue, and it always pops off. It might not do it, probably won't do it right now just because I'm talking about it. But this will always pop right off. See, like that. And then I can't steer. It's just a pain. So I've been using my grandparents' mower a lot to do little odd jobs. Okay, first thing. I cleaned out the barn. There's a few things, miscellaneous things in here. They will be tidied up in the next couple of days. They were just put here a little while ago. Just nothing, right? But I cleaned it all out. This has to go. That has to go. Buckets have to go. But I got it pretty well cleaned up. That's got to go. This will be pushed back there because it's just super heavy. Anyway, but I am getting goats. So I'm hopefully gonna get 2 pygmies. The reason I want pygmies is because I'm just gonna do it for pets, and they eat less, so my hay bill for the whole year is a lot lower, and I can build a smaller pasture, keep them contained each year, and they'll be happy. So that means less money in fencing and less stresses of them jumping over fences and things like that. So I'm going to fill here with all my hay, and I will build a stall door right here. And I got a old horse feeder, and they'll be big enough to reach that. And that'll be good there. Another breed I was really looking into was the Nigerian dwarf goats, because if I decided that I wanted to breed them and milk them, Nigerian dwarf goats are really good for milk. They have a nice sweet milk, according to the internet, and so that was my other option, but they're a little bit bigger. Pygmy goats are smaller, but either or, I will be happy with. So I'm gonna build a 100-foot pasture. I marked it out, so the fence posts there. I'm gonna buy them because they're just hard to cut right now. I don't have a lot of cedar. So I'm gonna go across to the States and buy pressure treated wood. And I got a farmer from up the road who is going to come down with his tractor and his loader, and he will put them in the ground for me for free. So yeah, all these white dots are just where I'm gonna put the posts. I'll put one here, and then I'm gonna make a gate right here, a 9-foot wide gate with another post here and one there. So there's gonna be 11 ground posts for all the white dots, and then I'm gonna get a couple extra, or I can just use wood around here to make the gate. Probably just use wood around here because at $13 American per fence post times 11 adds up. Then I gotta bring it across the border and pay taxes, and it will add up. But yeah, my haying season is done. I worked there. It was just they don't do a lot of hay. It's 17-hour hay season, but I got it over with and made a little bit of money, and that'll help pay off my goats. And I did sell my scooter a couple days ago, so that's money in my pocket. And my goal for next summer is I want to start a haying business. So I'm gonna work all winter, sadly, probably retail, and I will save up money, and I'm hoping to have about 10 grand to spend. I'll buy myself an old tractor, and older equipment, and it'll get the job done, and I'll do it for my first year, so I won't be working next summer. Well, I will, but for myself. I'm gonna be having my license. I'll get my license in April or June, one or the other. Can't remember exactly how long I have to have my permit for. But I'll get my license then, so I can haul a hay wagon. I'll have my tractor license. I'll be all covered there. So I'm saving up, and that's my hope. I got a little bit of money right now, and I was looking at a tractor. There's just a small Belarus tractor. Not the biggest fan of them, but it's got a cab and it's got a loader. 31, 32 horsepower, so I can't really hay with it because I'm going to need a 60 or 70 horsepower tractor. But it's got a loader, and I need a spot cleared for the chicken coop, and I think it would be smarter to clear for the chicken coop soon in the fall, because in the spring when I'm going to need to build one and buy hens, the ground will still be super soft, so I'm just going to make a mess trying to be driving around a tractor then. So I'm thinking I might, after I get these goats, I might buy a tractor and try that. The tractor's only $3,500, so we'll see. But now I'm going to walk down to the garden. Garden's awesome. Me and my dad put quite a bit of work into it. Really, we did some 10-10-10 fertilizer. We did some insecticide spray for insects, and really not a whole lot of money went into the garden. A couple $100 probably. And I think the last video I posted was of tilling. I don't even know if I posted that video, but it's August now and I'll be going back to school in a couple weeks, and I just figured it'd be a good chance to make a video. So our potatoes, we'll be harvesting those soon. They're starting to die. We've pulled a couple plants for suppers here and there. Today we actually figured out that we have market more potato or cucumbers, and apparently they're better for pickling and not just eating. So that kind of sucks, but we just figured that out now, so whatever. We'll make pickles or whatever, and then we get our beet greens, our leek, and our peppers, and we get, after these cucumbers, we got old-fashioned Rutger tomatoes, and then early girl tomatoes, which are huge, they're like 6 feet tall. Well, the top one is about that. And then I got carrots, cantaloupe, and peas, zucchini, squash, and then beans, and then a row of corn. There's zucchini right there, another one. But we have just probably a little over 8 foot tall corn. Friggin' squash runs everywhere. But we got some growing. But next year we're gonna expand the garden either that way or this way. So, and we're not gonna do cucumbers, zucchini, squash, cantaloupe, or peas. Those will all be out of the garden. Probably won't even, we'll do a separate spot of all those up at my place, but we may not do peas next year because they're just, I don't know, peas aren't something we really need. I mean, they're a good little snack, but they're just kind of a pain, and we can use the space in a better way. I'll show you my compost bin. Rat or something's been getting into it. Not quite sure. But the reason it looks a lot like soil like that is because my grandmother's raised beds. She harvested her potatoes. I put the soil on my trailer, shoveled it into there. So that's why there's a lot of soil. It's not really crazy broken down yet. I don't know if I ever posted a video about me getting a rooster, but I did. I got Jeff a while ago. I was still in school then. Oh, hen finally got out of the coop. Dad must have grabbed the egg, so he must have pried her out. That's why we heard the chicken screaming. But, yeah. We had mites, so we had to put this diatomaceous earth in the coop because it's supposed to kill the mites. Anyway, this is the mean hen. She's not happy. Are ya, hun? You better not attack me. I'll boot ya. Huh? I hate these chickens. They lay good eggs. We usually get 6 every day, but today we got 5. But she likes to go broody. These hens aren't generally supposed to be broody. but she decides to do otherwise. Don't even try to sit on those eggs. Get. Get. Yeah, you get off there. I'll try to go find my rooster. I thought I just heard him up here. Oh yeah, a whole flock is up here. Hi Jeff, hi buddy. He's a big boy, but he's a nice boy. Just a gentle giant, aren't you, Jeff? Yes. He doesn't let us pet him or anything. He does get really tired and docile early evenings. He starts crowing at 3:15 in the morning. Usually goes in and lays down at 6 o'clock. But once he's in there, he gets tired and docile. And he doesn't have much place to run because it's a small coop. So sometimes they sneak a little pet in there. But he doesn't prefer to be petted. Yeah, I cleaned out the floor of the coop today with the trailer. And I'm going to paint this water roller. As you can see, it's not red here anymore, and if I leave it outside all the time, so might as well paint it so it'll stop rusting. No harm in that. So I'll get it cleaned up one of these days, let it dry out in the sun, and I will paint it. I got super lucky because I had the guy I farmed for. I was just talking. Sorry that video cut out. My phone was full of storage, so I just had to delete 3 apps so I can continue this. But I was saying I got lucky because the guy I hay for down the road is going to sell me some hay. So he's going to cut me a deal on it. He's going to save me $1 or 50 cents, hopefully $1, but he's gonna do his best. And I'm gonna buy hay from him, and it's nice because it's not fire, so there's not a huge gas bill. But at the same time, I don't have a big trailer, so I can't haul all the hay I need at once. So I'm hoping to buy between 45 and 65 bales, because I don't need it for 12 months, but he's right next door, so I can do truckloads back and forth and get her done pretty quick. So I'm grateful for that, and also, we didn't need to do all the fields this year, so our hay season was quick. It was early, too. Last year, I started haying on it was either August 10th or 13th, and got done on the 28th. This year, I started in early July, and I'm done. So this year's season was a lot shorter, but it was just because the hay was crazy thick. So it was a phenomenal year for hay, and hopefully I can get the same next year. But the year before last year, it was really, like, the grass was really burnt and dry because we had a long season of hot weather. This year we did too, but we got most of the hay in the barn by the time the hot part of the summer hit. But this year was really good. We did his field and his pasture because he didn't turn his horses out because they were taking them to shows. So horses were in the pasture, so we did his field and his pasture and then one other field. I don't know the total acreage, but last year we would have done half of his field because the horses were turned out in the pasture. So we would have done half his field. We would have done McGlinchey's field and the Bailey place. But this year we didn't do the Bailey place. It's just small. It's not big, but it's still hay. But we didn't have to do it because hay was so thick. And even them not doing that field, they still have hay to sell. So I'm grateful for that, and I'll get down there next nice day. So yeah, but I don't think I have much more else to talk about. Stupid John Deere. I love John Deere. Love them. Not much else to talk about, but this old John Deere annoys me. I love the thing. I love John Deere. I also do like Case, which you don't find most people like both, but I'm more of a John Deere guy probably because of this. Also, the reason I don't have a hood on is because the mounts broke. Fiberglass broke, so it wouldn't open and close properly. So I just took it off to save me the pain all the time opening and closing it to get this thing started. And it wasn't fitting right at the end of it anyway. It was just a mess. So I took it right off. But yeah, so I do love John Deere, probably because of this. Just nostalgic, right? It's been here my whole life, so that's one of the things that could be a factor. But I also like Case. The guy down there at a Hay4, he uses International. He's got a Case JX65. He also has a International 4-wheel drive with loader. I don't know the exact model. I got hen manure all through the thing of this tie rod end, so it won't go on, so I can't even drive it. I can pull it out so it's not in the dirt. But yeah, he has that, and he also has a Farmall A. He uses his JX65 for mowing and baling, and he uses his 4-wheel drive for tedding, and he uses his Farmall A for raking, because he's just got a side delivery wheel drive rake. And I really like his JX65, but I am a John Deere guy. Love the Soundguard cabs. Those are one of my favorite designs. But anyway, I'm going to start this up and get it out of here, get it into the mud. Oh. Anyway, this thing runs good though. Cast iron bore. Anyway, so that's what's happened this summer, and the goats are my upcoming plan. Sorry guys, I just had to delete even more apps because I ran out of storage. Anyway, the goats are my upcoming plan. I'm going to put the fence posts in this fall, so it's not, because in the spring it'll just be a messy job, so I'll get those in the ground. But I don't think I'll need the fencing up by the time I get these goats. If I can get the goats in the next month, I might put the fence up and turn them out, because grass will grow until near the end of October. Last year, my last mowing day was the 5th of October, so I'd probably put up the fence and turn them out if it's, if I can get them by mid to end September. But if I get them like mid-October, I'll put the posts in the ground and I'll just leave them in the barn, because there's no point in putting up the fence for them to get a couple weeks out of it. But I don't know. The only reason I'm saying that is because the grass growth has cut down tremendously. I haven't mowed this lawn. I mean, I mowed it a little while ago, but I haven't mowed my little pasture in, I don't even know how long. It's been a while. But once July was over, we had this season of hot weather for 6 or so weeks, and now it's just been rain. We've had like one day of nice weather, but I shouldn't say it's just been rain. It was like overcast, but we haven't had a lot of nice 28-degree weather. It's been either 36 degrees or 20. So hasn't really been a great chance for the grass to shoot up like it was in early July, but we'll see. It's mainly just dandelions here, but I guess the little goats would love that too. Probably next, I don't know, April or May, once the snow's gone and it starts to dry up a bit, I'm going to till this pasture and I'm gonna seed it with hay. I have a grass seeder I got for Easter because I wanted it for spreading grass seed and fertilizer for the garden. But I will till it and seed it, and I get the roller, so I'll roll it. So it'll be kind of cool. And that's why I'm kind of reluctant to put up the fence right now, because it's almost fall. I shouldn't say it's almost fall. September's beautiful. October could be beautiful. But it would make my life a lot easier if I could roll it, seed it, and till it next spring without any fence up, because then it just gets kind of annoying. That being said, we'll see what happens, and if I get the goats soon, then I will definitely put up the fence. But if not, it can stay inside for the winter, or I can buy the fence in the spring. But we'll see. My first step is to get hay. I'll do that in the next few days, and then once I can get the hay, I will go over to the States, get myself some posts, get them put in the ground. Once I have the posts put on the ground, depending on the time of the year, I will either put the fence up or I'll get goats and leave them in the barn. We'll see what happens, but for now, that's all.